folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated? Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets.
Hello there, Ramparani. How you doing? Just watching price charts now and up until 9:30, and then I want to see where price takes off to. For now, I've got the consequent encouragement of this news candle that came out at 8:30 with news, unemployment claims. So I'm just watching to see what price does when it taps the consequent encouragement. This buy side liquidity was already mitigated, so I'm really just waiting for a push onto these relative equal lows, and then these lows ultimately. That's too late. I mean, in the markets, there isn't really like early or late. It's just waiting. Sometimes you have to watch paint dry. It might seem like late saying I'm waiting until 9:30, but if I'm to just jump into a trade now, that's not me waiting for my trading plan. I could take a trade now, if I see a setup, but the chance of me being wrong now, I wouldn't. The only reason I could give myself is that I didn't wait until my trading time. If the trade doesn't go out to plan. Whereas if I wait until my trading time, I can see, okay, I've waited till my trading time. Now, if my trade goes wrong, I'll be able to understand like why. Okay, I waited until my time. That's part 1 of my trading plan. And then I have to wait for the rest of my setup to form. But if I'm to just jump in one now, instantly I'm just going to say, I didn't wait, you know? Yeah. Like, it's risky to take sales that aren't in what time frame am I on? I am on currently the 1 minute time frame. I'm just watching the chart. I mean, right now we've had this fair value gap being mitigated, but I want to see price trade up into this consequent encouragement. And then we have this new week opening gap down here. I want to see price trade down below it, back into it, and continue to take out this sell side. See what happens. Let's take a look at the dollar index. Traded it up down into this fair value gap that I had marked out since this morning. 315, traded down into it, and then trading away right now. Check the hourly on the dollar index. We still have this volume imbalance as well that I'd want to see price trade up to. Let's make this black. I want to see price trade up into here. This is the dollar index. This is what I do my analysis on, and then cross-reference it to whatever pair I'm looking at. So since I'm expecting the dollar index to push upwards, I'll be expecting pairs such as gold against the dollar, or any currency pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD, Aussie USD. I'll be expecting them to fall as this goes higher. Still just watching now on the ESM and see what happens here. And this is the consequent encouragement. on the 5-minute chart of this 30-minute news candle. And we have one down here too. I'm going to get rid of this one because I do want price to trade down into the sell side liquidity. So I'd hope it to trade up to here first. So pre-market, again, I'm expecting bearishness, but as of right now, I would like to see price trade up here and then continue downwards. And then if the dollar index decides to reverse from here, coming down to these lows at 101.909, I'd expect the ESM to trade up into this new week opening up, which was created on the 20th of February. Had this buy side mitigated, so another reason for me to expect bearishness in price. I was watching this bearish order block, but then the news came out, completely violating it and taking up buy side instead. And that is on the 5, was it on the 5 or 15? It was on the 15 minute. It's meant to be here. So I'm still waiting to see what price does. Let me stretch this out a bit more. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I'll try my best to answer them. Take a look at the dollar index. High, low, higher high. Market maker buy model would suggest. I don't really trade the market maker buy model. Expect a bounce from here. See if it respects it. I know I don't typically trade the market maker buy model, but this is just something to watch and anticipate for price. The full range of it would be this candle. You might just see some consolidation again up until 9:30. These past few days have been very rough for trading in general. It's been hard to watch price. It's just been a mess. If you look at the daily chart, why is this bent? Hold up. You take a look at the daily chart. Doesn't look as bad as it seemed while trading. But let's go to yesterday at 9:30 and take a look at what price was doing. 9:30. So yesterday, 9:30, it was just sideways the whole day. You tried to predict the buy, it will take you out. You tried to predict the sell, it will take you out. It was just a mess. Couldn't really watch price. Sorry, that was not yesterday. That was Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, we go to 9:30. Again, just mess. Up, down, down. Then there was a new week opening up, which it did trade up to. It wasn't really tradable for me. I know you might see a lot of setups and whatnot. Like now looking back, sure, fair value gap here. And took out highs, mark this out, stops below here, ride it to this new week opening up. But for me personally, it wasn't tradable. And now with now being a Friday, what is the consequent so this is consequent encroachment. It's the 50% of a candle. And now typically I would mark out consequent encroachment from news candles or go to a daily time frame. For example, consequent encroachment, I would also, so very wiki areas. So here I'd measure it from this height to the body, this the wick, and the 50% line is where I would mark out my consequent encroachment. Thanks for the follow, FX Marcus, greatly appreciated. I'm eventually planning to teach, I guess you could say, and stream my own lives and whatnot once I gain some more trading receipts, I guess you could say. For now, we just wait. And then of course follow me on Twitter will help me, like, I guess, start that if I already have a following on Twitter. So thank you, and if anybody else here could go follow, I'd greatly appreciate it. Again, we're still watching this consequent encroachment, and trade down to this new week opening up. Check the RTH. It's down here. Dollar index is still in this range. When I want to see the dollar index not just slowly but quite rapidly move up. Again, trading up into this volume imbalance right here, which is 102.752. This was absolutely obliterated on the 15th. Prior to the news candle, I was watching it and then got absolutely wrecked, so there wasn't really much need for me to continue watching after this. Let's keep around the dollar index. Any questions you guys have, feel free to ask. And I'll try my best to answer your questions. a look at Nasdaq. Some SMT divergence with the Dow. Out of the three pairs, the Dow was the only one to take out these highs. We'll mark this up as SMT. How long have I been using ICT concepts? So I started trading about 3-4 years ago. I'm only 19. 3-4 years ago. I just wanted to find out a way to make money because I was sure that a 9-to-5 wasn't the answer to life. And then I started off with crypto. I tried trading all sorts of strategies, support resistance, using Bollinger Bands, using RSIs, using a whole bunch. And none of it really worked for me. At the same time, none of it really made sense to me. If it was that simple, everybody would be making money. And then I came across ICT, and it was, funny enough, it was through a Trading Notes channel. About a year and a half ago, I saw him interview one of ICT's students. And from there onwards, I decided to, give ICT a look because I saw two of ICT students on Trading Notes channel. And I would watch Trading Notes quite a lot, just to see what different people were doing. And people just trading the same stuff that I was taught to trade. And then a year and a half ago, I decided, all right, I've seen two people trade ICT, let me give it a look myself. And because it was so complicated, it made more sense to me, if that makes any sense to you. So I stuck through that. And now, after during that whole year, I was suffering, because I was still fresh to these concepts of the market that I just didn't have a grasp on because my mind was still on, support, resistance, RSI, blah, blah, blah. And after about a year, I started seeing that my trade, it finally clicked. I started understanding. And there's no need to rush to be in the market. That's the main important thing I took away. But yeah, so about a year and a half, I've been trading ICT. Same here. That's nice, man. That's nice. But yeah, again, the most important thing I could have took from this whole time is not every day do you need to trade and being content with enough. Just recently I've started watching 5-handle moves, mainly using a contract if I'm trading futures. One contract, 5 handles is more than enough. That's $250-$300 and 5 handles is literally from where price is right now. From this consequent encroachment, let's measure it from here. 5 handles, so this is 96.5. 5 handles is 91.5. This is enough for you to make $250-$300 a day. If you could do this twice a week, making above average salary, I struggle with overtrading. It's probably one of the worst things that I could do. And a way I overcame overtrading was, first of all, writing down my trading plan. Second of all, in fact, this one might come across a bit. I don't really like reading. I personally don't like reading books, but there was this one book, right? And it's called Atomic Habits. In fact, I have it with me. Just give me a moment to grab it. I'm gonna read you something from this book, and it helped me, with my overtrading and bad habits greatly. And in fact, it's helped me create new habits. The book itself is called Atomic Habits, but let me just grab it. So yeah, I've got it with me now. The book is called Atomic Habits, and I'll go to the point at which I took a turn in my trading. And I never liked trading either. School kind of put me off reading. It wasn't enjoyable for me. Let me just find the page, give me a moment. So I also recommend this book to anybody who is getting into trading. It's not a book for traders, it's a book about habits. Should be somewhere here. Here we go. Okay. So what this book says is and this is a specific part in it which changed me for the better. I started building healthy habits around this too. The science of how habits work. The process of building a habit can be divided into 4 simple steps: a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. Breaking it down into these fundamental parts can help us understand what a habit is, how it works, and how to improve it. First, we have the cue. Second, we have the craving. Third, we have the response. And fourth, we have the reward. Now, I'm gonna get the summary of this that I had written down. Where's the summary at? Okay, yeah. So for example, right? What book is this book is called Atomic Habits. It's by James Clear. And what it is, for example, the cue is your phone buzzing with a text message. The craving is that you want to know what the message is. The response is you'll grab your phone and read the text. The reward is you satisfy your craving. You read your message, and then now this habit that's been formed is you grab your phone, and that becomes you grabbing your phone is associated with your phone buzzing. And for example, in trading, the cue would be you want money. The cue would be you look at the chart. The craving is you want money. The response is you go in the markets looking to trade, and the reward is getting money. But then this is where it's a bad habit. Is it Atomic Habits by James Clear? Yeah. And then if you have a bad habit, it will be the cue is again trading, looking at the charts. The craving is you want money. The response is you overtrade, and there is no reward. For the reward, then it's you losing money. By using these four phases, I changed my trading personally. Now my cue is okay. I look at the charts. My craving is I want to see if the charts give me a setup. I don't want to make money instantly. I want to see. That's my craving now. The response is I just look at charts and I'm waiting for my setup to form. And the reward is I make my money. And if I lose, again, I've still got a reward of understanding what went wrong. Go back and look at everything that went wrong. But yeah, this book is amazing. I really recommend it to anybody. And again, I never used to read. But it's just breaking bad habits. That's the most important thing. With that overtrading habit you mentioned, you got to break it. But give that book a read and it'll help you break that habit. And in fact, it'll help you create the habit of waiting. Four more minutes till market open, so we'll see what happens. No problem, man. Anytime. I hope I didn't go off on one there. It's just I'm just letting you know what helped me. If I can help you, then that's better for me. So let's see what happens here. Let's drop into the 1 minute time frame. I want to see how price reacts to this consequent encroachment. Now I'd want to see the dollar index just trade up from here. I wouldn't really want to see it slacking down lower anymore. Have it open at the bottom of our chart. And also another thing while studying ICT concepts is that not every fair value gap that forms is a fair value gap that you want to trade from. Like right now, if this was the old me, I would see this even before, my time is wait for 930, then wait for 950. The macro, I'll say, oh, look, fair value gap here. I want to see price trade into it and take sells, stop loss above here. I wouldn't wait. Yeah, here I am now, waiting. I want to see price trade up to here first. Again, that book helped me with creating that habit of waiting. Still got another 2 minutes. And also another thing to help with like fatigue of just looking at price, say if you're just watching the lower time frame. One thing that helped me as well was just whilst you're waiting for your time to trade, don't look at the smaller time frames. You're gonna see stuff and you're gonna want to trade the stuff that you see. What helped me was just staying on a higher time frame. Like 15 minutes, you can't see what's happening. I mean, you can guess, and more often than not, your guess will probably be right when it's with experience. But sticking to the higher time frames gets rid of that fatigue of seeing price in a low time frame and wanting to jump in a trade that you see instantly. Of course, I don't need to do that now, but at the beginning, it's something that helped me break that bad habit. Got another 20 to 15 seconds. Dollar index is trading up. I want to see it break past this high with volume. And again, trading up into this hourly volume imbalance that was created here and was partially filled. Okay, market has opened. I want to see it trade up to here first. And then the macro time would start at 9:50 and it ends at 10:10. Something you can learn from ICT, and I really recommend it as well. Learning the times that price moves. It's very interesting. Like the old me, as I mentioned before, would see this fair value gap and I'll just jump into sells with stops just right here. Whether it's right or wrong, that's a different story. But me waiting now is what's changed. So let's see how price reacts at this consequent encroachment. If it does decide to trade up there. Look at these resting highs right now as well. I would have been stopped out if I was the old me and decided to jump into these sells. A half point away from the consequent encroachment, so I'd still be waiting. Also, again, just now, these volume imbalances that were created. I want it if price comes up to this consequent encroachment and rejects, I want to see price then trade lower, and I want to see the bodies respect this volume imbalance. You are describing my own old trading style, which I'm trying to move away from. Exactly. And again, just breaking up bad habits. How are you going to do that? And another thing that might help you as well with these bad habits, and when you're losing constantly, just record one of your trading sessions and watch it. Especially if you overtrade, just watch it, and you'll realize that you overtrading isn't helping you at all. Like another bad habit I would do is I would be up for the day. I'd be up a nice 2-3%, right? Yeah, I'd still want to trade. I want to make most money, as much money as I can. But then, being content with enough is one thing that's very important. You have to learn to be content with enough. 2% on 100,000 funded, that's 2,000, and I was doing that in a day. So yeah, I still wanted more. Being content with that 2K, that's somebody's monthly salary. What's an inconvenience to you is another man's dream. Having 2K, that might be an inconvenience. You want more, but it's another man's dream. Let's see how it reacts here. Okay, we've tapped into it. I would want to see price reject now and the dollar climb. Maybe we can come back down into this 5-minute fair value gap from 3 a.m. will be at the confluence. Take a look at the Dow. again, the SMT just carries on. Let's take a look at the NQ. I'm guessing the ESM is traded higher, still in this range. This high still isn't broken on it. Nice bit of volume on the NQ. I want to see price trade lower. And yeah, I'd want to see it remain below the consequent encroachment once it trades lower. And if we break above these highs, the SMT is mitigated. As we see, we have it here where the ES didn't take out these highs, the YM did, Nasdaq still hasn't. The YM was the only one that did it. So let's watch. The XY is still falling, still not in this 5-minute fair value that we had. Another bad habit I used to have was just jumping on the train, you know? I'd see this. Oh, where's the buy button? Where's the buy button? Let's press buy. It's something that, again, was a very bad habit I had. I just like to jump on when price moves. YM's dropped. Yes, and NQ, I think both a quarter point. This is a quarter point away. NQ is, again, yeah, quarter point away. And I will move this over to the next time that we're watching for is 9:50, and this is where I'll be looking for a setup. And also another thing in trading, it's never about being right. Most people are trying to chase this feeling of wanting to be right. When you see something that you say doesn't happen, again, you're just gonna want to instantly jump to that feeling of being right. You're gonna keep trading until you're right. There is news at 9:45. Yeah, I know. Waiting for that as well. But 9:50 is what I want to watch specifically. News will happen before then and do its thing, and hopefully it will create our setup. So let's keep watching. NQ still a quarter point away. SMT with the Dow. It's gonna hope that this SMT remains, and it's even more confluence for bearishness, especially the DXY can trade up now. Take out. Let's measure the optimal trade entry, swing low to swing high. Need to change the colors, but optimal trade entry ranges from here and here. We see with this 8:30 news, price traded down into optimal trade entry and then continued on its original path. Okay, so this high was taken out, the SMT doesn't remain, so we can get rid of this. Now we just watch pure price action. Mark out this a little bit more. What's your thoughts on breakout strategy? I have been losing a lot due to fake breakouts. When I first started trading, that was the type of stuff I was looking at: breakout, fake outs, and whatnot. How do I say this? Anybody can be a winner in the market, right? Anybody can be a winner. It all eventually falls down to having good risk management. With losing due to breakouts and stuff, like fake breakouts, I would see them as, all right, so let's see, all right, we have these lows here, right? With what you was looking at. you'd see this as a breakout, I'm guessing, right? Oh, look, it's broke out. I would see this more as a sell side liquidity being taken, and I would want to see price trade up for buy side to be taken. And this would be the fake out that you would have saw. Price instantly just traded higher. But yeah, with these strategies like breakout and fake out, retest, support resistance, RSI crossover, Bollinger Bands, if it was that easy, everybody would be making money. There's only a select few, and those few are ones with good risk management. And then, not just jumping back into a trade. Like, you can be successful trading breakout strategies. It's not necessarily up to the strategy. It's up to the person whether they can take the loss and wait. And then, of course, again, with correct risk management, anybody can be successful. So if you're losing a lot due to them, I would suggest paper trading and just testing it with the paper trade. And if you see out of 10 tries it works twice, my honest advice would be to completely move away from the strategy and look for something else. There's nothing wrong with being wrong in your strategy, as long as you can accept that and learn to look for something else. And that's what I did, and that's when I came across ICT. See the dollar index, shoot down into it. If you guys have any more questions as well, don't be afraid to ask. I've been paper trading for years. I hope to start for this year for Real Estate 2023 mentorship ends. See, that's some dedication. I respect that entirely. Paper trading for that long and not wanting to get in, I respect that. Like, that's something amazing. During my learning stages, I was blowing money on funded accounts. I couldn't sit with paper trading. But yeah, the second you see for if you for 3 months straight, right, you follow, for example, a funded evaluation phase. So say you want to aim for on that paper trading account, you want to make 10% in a month without going down 5% in a day and 10% overall. If you can do that for 3 months straight, and then I would suggest, I'm not saying to this, I would suggest you to take a small live account, because another thing happens whilst you're trading with funded money. Your trading psychology changes. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and there's this FOMO that happens. You have the fear of missing out of a trade, and then you also have the fear of getting into a trade. Started 2020, but can't make paper trading profitable. My day job gets in the way. Let me think about how I would work around that one. I mean, if you have your phone on you, right, you can, like during your breaks and whatnot, just watch price. You don't necessarily need to be trading, I guess, to become profitable, but watching the charts itself is what will help you become profitable. What's my today's view about S&P? I mean, what's the setup you're waiting for? Right now, I'm waiting for this news to blow over, and then 9:50 when the macro starts, I'm gonna look for. Yeah, I'll show you. So we've just been. Let me just hide all of this stuff. Been trading up, right? We have a consequent encroachment of this wick. That's somewhere I'll be looking. Where the price stays below it, then I'll be a slight bit more sketched out about trading today. Especially because it's a Friday today. Typically on Fridays I don't do very well. Waiting. We'll find out at 9:50 what setup I look for. Fidelcrest is a good firm. Yeah, Fidelcrest is a good firm. It's their profit target and risk drawdown and stuff is harder to complete than the other challenges. For example, with my Forex fund, they have a 8% for month one and 12% overall, 5% daily. With Fidelcrest, it's just 5% drawdown in a day, but your profit target is also 5%. ICT himself is live right now on his channel. Nice coverage here, Leah. Have a good one, bro. Hope you enjoy the stream, and make sure you listen to it. Even if he's waffling, make sure you listen to what he's saying. Whether you want to stay here and join him, if you join in there, make sure you listen. His waffles, they come in hand. He had some good knowledge in there, especially in the 2022 mentorship. You take care of yourself, brother. Dollar index is traded down here. Tapped in. I'm hoping for it to reverse from now. So expecting bearishness. One more minute till that news as well. Thank you, Kuno, for the follow. Greatly appreciated. And thank you, Najav Nezhad Mehran. May put ICT on as well, but definitely gonna give the channel a follow. Good vibes in here. Thank you, sir. Absolutely, no problem, man. No problem. I'm currently streaming for the trading note. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, I'd appreciate that. And if when I start streaming, you can hopefully pop by and see what's up. Let me just have this marked out so it's easier to see what I'm looking at. I haven't marked this up just yet. To see how to trade, watching ICT all the time can be difficult. Absolutely, I know exactly what you're saying. I actually got my father to watch ICT and get my dad into trading, and he couldn't sit through it because of how slow he talks and how long he takes. He does speak in a way that's hard to sit through. But what put me through it was, whilst in these like long talks, he'd put a bit of good information in there. Stuff that most people would just like breeze past, especially if you're watching it on like 2x speed or whatnot. He's smart with the way he's done it, I'll say that much. Let's make this a bit shorter to fit with the current time frame. And have this on the right. There you go. What strategy are you trading? Not what strategy are you trading? Not that strat. I'm just curious. I have my own trading plan that I typically like to follow, and I'll write it up. I'm waiting for buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity to be taken. That's like my first step, and then I want to cross-reference on the DXY. Make sure that price is going in the direction that I want. I would look for a break of market structure. At that break of market structure, I'd want to see a fair value gap being formed, and alongside that, as another plus side, I'd want to look for, in that general area, a volume imbalance. And I want to see the bodies respect that volume imbalance for me to take a trade. That's my strategy, I guess you could say. But this is it very like shortened. Like my whole strategy, if I had to write it, I'll fill up this whole page. Like the wall behind my monitors is just writing. I didn't have a whiteboard when I first started learning, so it's just writing. works, fuck it. Exactly. Oh, I don't know if I can swear on here, but yeah, exactly. If it works, it works. And then of course the risk management plan. That's another important thing. Typically just limiting yourself to 2 or 3 trades a day, and the second you get a winning trade, just close your monitors, even close your charts, even if you're at break even for the day. Just close your charts. There's no need to stay. You've been in the market for the day. You've satisfied that desire. Whether you made money or not, it's not up to that. Where's my here it is. All right, 9:50. This is the macro timing. Now I would be watching for a setup to form. I see a decent bit of volume as well right now. The XY rejected. I want to see it just trade up now with just volume non-stop. Just go from see the regular trading hours. So yeah, it's at the MLOC high. Want to see price trade down here eventually. Preferably to the consequent encroachment of it. So if had these highs been taken, 950 started, I want to see price do what price is going to do from here. But it's more risky if I was to enter a trade now rather than waiting for it to trade up to here, as that was my hope. It's daily wick. How many handles is it from here? 105, price at 95. So it's about 5 handles all the way. Right now from 4-5. So from here to that CE I have marked up, that's enough with one contract to make a hefty living. You're making what somebody makes in like 2 days of like a day of them getting paid 20 quid or $20 an hour. You're making that in 1 day just by sitting at your chart for an hour. It's being content with enough again. I can't emphasize it enough. Making your ends meet. That's another series by ICT I'd recommend watching. There isn't a trading. It's not trading related. It's about making your ends meet. Like understanding that you have bills that need to be paid. You want to make sure that you have enough of that before you start going for the bigger things. Once you can consistently make enough money to pay off those smaller ends, then and only once you're consistent, then you'll look for those bigger trades. 10 handles, 15 handles, 20 handles. If you just don't work for anyone, you made it. Exactly. And alhamdulillah, I'm going to say I haven't worked a day in my life for anybody, mainly because my father understands that, like, his father was also very wealthy. He doesn't want to see me working, and he knows that. There is ways to not have to become a slave for like a 9 to 5. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on anybody working a 9 to 5, but it's like we need those for society to, thrive. We need people working 9 to 5. For me personally, I can't. I'm not even in school or high school, even college. I never like people telling me what to do and when to do certain things. It's a very bad thing to say, but for me personally as well, I have ADHD. I couldn't sit with that. It's very dry movements. Dollar index is back in this 5 minutes. I had marked up from 310. Hey, you know where the depositors put their cash and pulled out of SVP? No, I do not. I do not. In fact, I'm quite interested. Let me see if I can find anything. I know the crash was crazy. I'm pretty sure now HSBC, a UK bank, has bought them. I'm pretty sure. At least that's what my mother told me. HSBC bought them. But no, I have no idea why the depositors put their money. I know they're protected though, under federal laws. They're protected and they'll get their money back. Also, another very interesting thing, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys this now. You probably won't hear about this in mainstream media anytime soon, but this is very important, right? If you go onto your browser now and type in US Debt Clock, open that website and take a look. So again, US Debt Clock, USDEBT clock. If you take a look at the bottom left where it says money creation, where it did say Federal Reserve, it's no longer called that. Just recently, I think it was 2 days ago, it's changed to the US Treasury dollars. There's no longer a Federal Reserve. And that was very silently done. And they covered it up with Donald Trump. And I don't know if I should be saying that here, but it's very interesting. Again, US Debt Clock, Federal Reserve is no longer there. It's now called the US Treasury. I don't think you would have heard about that anywhere, but here I am, using the platform I have. So yeah, say the truth. Exactly. You can't get anywhere if you stay silent. There's a lot of stuff I'd love Redfield to chat. There's a lot of stuff I'd love to say, but most of it isn't YouTube guideline friendly, to say the least. I do eventually want to start a form of this, I guess you could say, on platform that Aiden Ross streams on, because there it's uncensored. But yeah, I am Red Pill, exactly. Another thing is Andrew Tate. I don't like the guy like that. I like him because he's promoting a message to people that needs to be heard. But there's a whole bunch of kids which are putting him on a pedestal, in the sense of like, in a cringy way. They're top G, that type of stuff. That's why I don't like him. It's not him specifically; it's his followers. But the stuff that he said is, if you pay attention to, of course, there's a lot of BS that he would say too. But that's for marketing. That's something you might call a red pill too. A lot of what he would say was BS though, in a funny way. Marketing sense. His marketing was good. But yeah, when I saw that US Debt Clock, that the Federal Reserve is no longer on there, I was quite shocked because it was done so silently. And now they're blowing it over with Donald Trump. They're trying to put a bunch of stuff on Donald Trump just to hide the fact that the Federal Reserve is no more. Yeah, top class marketing, exactly. He's smart with his marketing. Very good businessman indeed. That's one thing I'll take away from the guy, his marketing skills on another level. Alright, so realistically, right, we've got a break of structure. We still have a level up here that I want to see tapped into, but we have a break of structure and presumably a fair value gap forming. As well as, let's see if we can find one. We do have a volume imbalance right here too. But this fair value gap that's being created, hopefully, as long as the next week doesn't. Yeah, got literally everyone to talk about him. Exactly. I know even like grandparents, for example, even they were talking about him. It was amazing marketing. It was. I'm pretty sure got a hearing today. I think. I'm not too sure. I think he has a hearing today. But yeah, His marketing was amazing. So it's 10 now, halfway to the macro close. Let's create a quarter point fair value gap right here. Nah, he's not getting out. Yeah, Romania is hella corrupt. Another thing I kind of don't understand is why he went back there. I mean, I guess if he knows he's done nothing wrong, he would go back there because he's done nothing wrong. You know, they have nothing like to do. But like with all the news coverage and stuff, it wasn't his wisest choice to go back to a Western washed country, especially with what he was speaking about. He should have stayed in Dubai. Yeah, see? So this fair value gap was violated. Now I'd hope for price to trade up into here. And let's take a look at the 5 minutes. 5 minute chart. It's just pure wicks. Pure wicks. When price trades, they can legally hold them for 180 days without charging him. It's mad. No, it is stupid. I'm pretty sure there's no like evidence being filed against him or anything. They're not providing evidence, and they're just rejecting the requests. It just goes to show that there is corruption. 180 days with nothing. Like, fair enough if he was a serial killer or something. Hold him for life with evidence. There's been people that have been executed, literally in America, death sentence, only to then find out they were innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. What happened to that? That's why I want to move somewhere like Dubai, for example. Of course, their laws are very strict, but there's a lot of Westerners that are okay and content with those Middle Eastern laws in Dubai. So for that reason, I would personally want to move to Dubai. You know, the level of corruption there isn't bad as compared to US and whatnot. Still not traded up to it. Already rejected. When I get money coming through, I'm going to buy. Exactly, bro. Exactly. By the way you're talking, are you from England by any chance? You and Lawrence, one of you said it's mad, and I don't know, you said nah. It's a very British way to speak. You both giving me off British vibes. London, yeah. I'm from Manchester. I was in London a couple of weeks back. Stayed there in an apartment, balcony view and everything. It was nice. Compared to Manchester, I would stay there. South England, yeah. See, I could tell. Now, compared to Manchester, London's beautiful. Like, before I went to London, I was thinking of it as as tip, right? I thought it was terrible. I actually went to central London, and it was beautiful. It was nice. Newcastle. Yeah, your name sounds quite British too, Tony Carr. One of my teachers was called Mr. Carr back in high school. Never been to Newcastle though. Andrew Tate spoke his downfall into existence. He kind of did. He kind of spoke everything that was going to happen, and it happened. Manifestation is a powerful thing. You know, what you speak will happen. Still not traded up into this consequent encroachment though. Aside from that, nah, London is horrible. I live in Central. I stayed in Cinch. One thing I disliked about it though was the amount of people. It was, I couldn't walk. I was like having to constantly duck and dive, turn everywhere. Well, it was amazing. Because me personally, prior to then, I'd never been to London. So I guess it's just the I wouldn't really call it a culture shock, but a culture shock of London. What part of Central living, by the way? I stayed in just out of Westminster for a few days, and then for the week and a half after that, I stayed in if you've heard of a place called what's it called now? I forgot. Just outside of London, I'd stay the train every day. That's the apartment that we stayed in. Let me take a look. I stayed in. It was to the left. It was nowhere. It wasn't Slough. It was closer. It wasn't Chelsea. It was slightly out of Chelsea. Here's Westminster. It was down here. We travel. Where was it now? My memory is terrible. I think it begins. Oh, Woking. Yeah, Woking. Just outside London. We stayed there for a week and a half too. It was nice there as well. Proper clean. King's Cross. Oh, mad, you live. Do I trade Fridays? If I see a perfect setup forming, yeah, but typically no. Like today, I'm looking to trade. Man said King's Cross, you know. When you said Central, I didn't think you meant that Central. I think I would thought we would take it outside of King's Cross. King's Cross Station. I'm not rich. Living in King's Cross, bro. That speaks volumes itself. That speaks volumes. I said he's not rich, but living in King's Cross. Nah, I know London, like, the pay is higher, but then they eat you up with the cost of living. Like, I went to get a drink from the shop. It was like 3-4 quid. Now, compared to Manchester, I can go get a bottle of Oasis for like 80p to £1, right? Going over there, see this 3 times higher. It's mad. Although I will say some food shops in London was amazing. Still waiting for it to trade up to here. There was a pizza I had. And I'm not a pizza guy, but it was a tenner. Best pizza I've ever had. You got ripped? I did. It was in one of those stalls. Like those on-road, like pavement type stalls. I know the crazy thing is as well, in America, and this is why I'm sure America's gonna go through some heavy times real soon. The student loan debt, as of right now, is 1,781 billion, right? Still going up. However, credit card debt is only 1,2.5 billion compared to the 1.7 billion trillion student loan debt. The student loan debt's higher than the credit card debt. And thankfully, it's not as bad in the UK. But we're going to feel heavy consequences, especially because we're very closely related to America. So we're going to feel some second wind of what's about to happen in America. Especially now since, as I mentioned, the Federal Reserve isn't a thing on the debt clock anymore. It's another interesting thing. Oh, $1 just got taken out of the treasury clock. Oh, another dollar's being taken, slowly going lower. Still expecting price to trade up to here. Very boring price move. Soon coming to the UK, drag queens. Exactly, fam, exactly. Shit's a mess for real. Bro, the amount of... I don't think I can say most of the stuff on here. Don't worry, once I make my own stuff, once I make my own stream, I'll say, free speech, fam, free speech. I want them to go down and take those equal lows and see a displacement up. Equal those. I'm guessing you talked about these ones. That was just created. You want to see a displacement up now. You have this order block right here, which is just tapped into. There you go, we tapped into the body now. If it doesn't reverse from here, we're probably going to see it bleed a little bit more. Now, logically, when the market's in better price action, since the dollar index is dropping, and it hasn't been doing this recently, the ES and most pairs should be flying upwards. But this past week, it's just been discount heavily. Looking for shorts after LP been taken. I'm hoping for shorts once we've tapped into the CE. And like, check this, right? Dollar index is falling. ES is falling. The markets right now are terrible. Until we trade up to here, I'm not really looking for anything anyways. Ideally want to see a reverse. Yeah. Take a look at the early, see what I can spot. We got this micro fair value up, but it's already been traded to. Yeah, sure, price can trade to it again. But I want to see this tap up to here now, and then this return. Then I'll be looking for my shorts. Has anyone here used Fidelcrest? I have. God, you probably shouldn't ask you because I'm going to seem like an ambassador. Their drawdown and their rules to pass are quite strict. You have a 5% overall drawdown and a 5% profit target. You got to do it twice, I believe. Well, in fact, I know you have to do it twice. Expect high resistance liquidity run if that's the case. It's been like this for a couple of days now. This whole week's been sloppy. It's not really like, I don't know. It's not looking too good. Once this low's taken, I would want to see it reverse and it'd be traded down into the hourly. Trade past it this low. If it stops here, it's just going to be awkward because now it's just left relative equal lows. YMM still sideways. NQ still sideways. Still sideways. Just trying to see if there's any buying opportunities that I would have missed. We've got this inverse fair value gap. That would have been useful buys. I don't really trade inverses. Yeah, I've been break even this week. Being break even in a week like this is incredible, bro. Props to you. Especially in this week, if you're break even, props to you, fam. Like the markets are just, to be able to go break even in this, you're a legend. You're a legend. These higher time frames like daily and 4 hour. Oh yeah. Like in the early mornings, like 4 or 5 a.m. my time, England time. I'm just marking out my daily chart. I look at the daily, see what. In fact, I do go to the monthly. So for example, I'll show you on the dollar index. On the monthly, right? We have this fair value gap as well as PDOA that I want to see price trade up to. I would eventually want to see dollar index trade up to here and then just bleed. I'll look at the monthly, look for my overall bias, then I'll jump into the weekly time frame. Weekly, okay, I've seen, okay, low's been taken from here. I want to see a bullish reversal upwards now. Let's see what else we have. A fair value gap, this one also here, which has been used twice now, but in fact it's been used a third time. Then that's to find like my day bias. I gauge where price will go from the weekly. Daily, I'd want to see price on the dollar index to trade upwards. Now we have this volume imbalance right here. If it were to trade lower, we have this fair value gap. I want to see price trade higher from here. And I was watching this since the beginning of last week. I wanted to see price trade down into this fair value gap, which it did on the Thursday. So my bullishness was from here. then the market's just been sloppy. And then 4 hour, I just look. I'm mainly using my daily analysis on the 4 hour. The same thing goes. You have this fair value gap here, as well as this order block, which I want to see price trade no lower than. If it trades lower, then I'm gonna just scrap that and just watch price for a day or two. Yeah, I just give you a bit of my dollar index analysis. But yeah, mind me asking you guys that are watching now, what strategies do you trade? I'm interested. I want to see the diversity here. I want to see what you guys trade. Fractal flow strategy. I've been hearing a lot about fractals recently. Not understood them because I haven't really took the time out to learn what it is. You know, I'm confident with my strategy right now. But Newtonian trading strategy, do you mind going in depth with what they are? I'll probably be able to piece it together, but just as like an idea of what you trade, because I've been hearing a lot about the fractal strategy recently. ICT, me too, man, me too. It's in the title. Supply and demand's dope as well. Larry Williams, in fact, who ICT admires quite a lot. He talks about him quite a lot. Larry Williams was, I guess you could say, one of the founders of supply and demand. Very good strategy in itself. ICT strategy is amazing too. Both very good strategies, especially if you know what you're doing and how to work the market. Contextual trading. Well, you need to go in depth with what these are. I've not heard of them before. I flip a coin and go short along with a 3-to-1 RR. I can't lie, it's a good idea. You flip a coin 10 times, I can assure you it won't be heads every single time. But that's not... I mean, hold them. Are you profitable? Because if you're profitable, good shit, man. Good shit. What's this fractal flow, Newtonian, contextual? I heard of them. Yeah, just gotta wait here. Came so close, yet so far. We got a high. Let's go to the 15. I think it'll be a bit clearer. Maybe the 30 minutes will look nicer. Hourly. High, low, high. This wick, if price were to trade down, this wick is where I'd expect it to go up to have this constant encouragement. If it were to trade down, which is very unlikely. I don't think it will go that far down. Yeah, the market's just been like this for the past few days. It's been terrible. Now we just need like some heavy impact news like FOMC or something just to free out this movement. Once that happens, then we'll expect normal movement again. But it's been terrible. And I mentioned this like early stream as well. Like typically, right? If this was the old me trading, I'll show you what I would have seen. Old me trading. Is there any setups that the old me would have took? No, I would have just hopped on the trend here and took sells. Well, that's a joke, but some good traders have done that to show risk management is most important and most profitable after a decent sample size. Oh no, absolutely. With risk management, if you're doing that with good risk management, you're sorted. You're sorted. It all comes down to risk management in the end. It's incredible. What's the win rate of ICT? So himself, I don't know, but when I saw his trading logs, when he scrolled through them, out of like 40 trades, and call it like out of that, like 20 of them are partial trades. So 20, I saw like 2 or 3 losses. So 80%, 90%. Me personally, I'm sitting at 70. But this week it's just been awful. So I'm trying to sit out as much as I can. We've got a volume imbalance here. I want to see bodies respect this volume imbalance and then trade to the CE. Doesn't matter whether wick scores, as long as the body's respected. Here is the link for strategies I use. So man, I'll give them a look later. This works for me, so I'm not really looking to change. But I want to understand what they are. But that's ICT himself. It's different for each student. Absolutely. One of his students could be doing even better than him. That also depends on his RR. Yeah, exactly. Risk to reward. Like people say, oh, I caught 100 pips today. This body respected this, by the way. I want to see this one respected too. Yeah, I know. People saying, oh yeah, I caught 100 pips today. When in reality, this is what their trade looks like. In reality, their trade looks like this. The trade looks like this. Yeah, I caught 100 pips, but it's a 1-to-1. Yeah, you could have lost 100 pips too. Extend this out a little bit. Volume imbalance. Just want to see bodies respected still. I believe this is 5 handles. Let me see. Yeah, it's 5 handles to the dot. I'm personally not taking this trade, but as a hypothetical, like as a tape reader, I would look at it like this. My stops wouldn't be here. My stops would be slightly lower. Yeah, so 1-to-9, not taking it, just looking at it. It looks like a 1-to-9. It looks like a small risk, but if you trade it one contract, that's $250. If you lose with your risk management, you'll make it back in your next trade. Yeah, I agree. Let's see how this plays out. I'm interested. That's 5 handles right there. Probably going to go towards seek and destroy. Smash out sell side and then just go up, or smash out buy side and smash out sells. What RR do I average? It really depends on the market conditions, right? So I'll show you what I typically do. I always minimum go for a 1-to-2. Like 1-to-2 is amazing, right? So let's say I was in a long position, call it here, right? I was in a long position here, and I had my stops below swing lows. As a trader, right, I'd first of all want to frame my 5 handles. 5 handles from here is sort of be 91.75. So I'll look at this, right? I'll say, all right, I've got my 5 handles, cool. And I'm in 2 contracts. I'll close 1 contract here. I'm in my 5 handles. Now I'll look for a level of buy side, which was here, right? Level of buy side. So now I'd target that for my next. And if price trades past it, I'll move that 1 contract I have left to it. But at least a 1-to-2. Like that's what I'm averaging, a 1-to-2. But then, of course, as it continued going higher, I'd see it rejected. So then I move my stops to here. As price do its thing, it ended up being a 1-to-3.5. So it just really depends on the day. But a 1-to-2, if you're doing that, like, yeah, I'm fucked. I'll write it up on my chart, and I'll tell you guys, right? So say we're flipping a coin, right, and we're going for a 1-to-2 risk reward. And we're flipping a coin. In fact, let me do this on my second monitor. I'll do a heads. So every heads, right, is a win trade. Every tails is a loss trade. So heads or tails. So heads is plus, tails is minus. Let's say we're doing this out of a 10 sample size, right? So let's flip it. Landed on tails. So now we're down 1%, right? Flip it again. Heads, we're up 1%. Just do it again. Heads again. We're up 3%. Do it again. This is I was hoping it to go into some drawdown, right? But it's plus 5% right now. I was hoping for it to go to drawdown, right? But let's say it was the opposite. It was plus 1% minus. Let's just flip this as opposite real quick. Now we just got tails, right? So now it's plus 3%. But if we flipped it, it'll be minus 3%. Yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense. Tails again. So now we're plus 1%. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 more. Tails again. All right, now we're minus 1%. Flip it again. Minus 3%. Minus 3%. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more times. Again. Got heads, so we're plus 1%. Flip it again. Sorry, not plus 1%, minus 1%. And we just got heads again. So if you're doing this with a good risk to reward, right? Even if you're flipping a coin and doing this, look, you ended out of 10 trades plus 1%. It might not seem like a lot, but it's better than losing the whole account, right? With your stop loss, with your risk management all like proper, you could flip a coin and still become profitable. Like, sure, yeah, we ended up at plus 1 and we was at plus 5, but in reality, the fact that we've ended up at least breaking even just by flipping a coin is good enough. And now when you pair this with having an edge towards yourself in the charts, so you're not just flipping a coin, you're doing your analysis and you're waiting for it. One side of the coin will be weighted, and let's say the head side is weighted. That part will typically land first, so there will be tails that shows up. I mean, tails will show up, and say where every tails we're taking a buy, and this will frame like our strategy, right? So for the tails and the weighted side of the coin, that will be our strategy. The weight is our strategy. It will be landing on tails more often than not. Of course, 1 or 2 times it might land on heads, the side that has the weight on it. But more often than not, it's going to land on this on tails, because that's the side without the weight. I don't know if that made sense, because I kind of got lost in my own wording there. That's how I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's what it's shooting up. Let's take a look. It is indeed. Do we take out? Oh, that's awkward. What's the low of this candle? 181. What's the low of this candle? 180. Tapped out of it by 1, but now it's just created a level that I'd want to see it trade down into. Oh my god. Liquidity. On left. Now I'd want to see it come down here. Wouldn't that be plus 2% on a win and only minus 1% on a loss? Yeah. But yeah, exactly. And now if you have with a strategy, right? So say your win is tails, and you're flipping the coin, and every tails is your winning strategy, right? I mean, I'm lost in my own words here. If you have a weight on one side of the coin, that side will land first, and the other side will show up, right? You have an edge with your strategy. The chances of you winning is more likely, and you have a weight on one side of the coin. So more often than not, it's going to be that side of the coin that doesn't have the weight. It's kind of hard for me to word this. I'm bad with wording stuff, but I'm hoping it makes sense. It made sense, bless bro, thank you. I ain't the best at wording this stuff. It's into here now. See, even this itself, call it a 1 to 2, right? This is with framing this volume imbalance. The bodies didn't respect it. My entry still would have been there if I took this trade. The bodies didn't respect it, but it's just not doing anything. wants to, and even if I get stopped out now, I'll look for another entry because it doesn't tap this. If I were to be over trading, I'd still look for another one. And if you're flipping a coin, you'll be in another long position with another 1 to 2. Because we have this goal that we want price to trade up to. We have the edge of where we're looking, where we want price, where price will trade up to. From an algorithmic standpoint, price will trade up to the CE. Right now, as I'm tape reading, I'd want to see this being respected. If price can tap here and then leave, it's bullish order block. If price taps here and then leaves, that's a buyer would take paper. But I'm tape reading. I want to learn what price will do in these type of situations. I have a goal that I want price to target here. But not entering because I don't like these market conditions. And I know another thing is a Goldman Sachs trader. He said it's impossible to trade on a lower time frame, like 1 minute, a 2 minute, a 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. But the algorithm's working on the second charts. The algorithm's working on the 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. That's what's controlling the market. There's something called T+2, and you guys might not have heard of this. But the price, prices are set 2 days before. Banks use something called a T+2 system, which means 2 days before. So 2 days ago, right? This data was already set. Price was set to go here 2 days before it went here. That's called T+2. What's happening is by the end of this year, they're hoping to push towards T+1, which means it's a day difference. Now, how much that will change trading, I don't know. But do I think it will change the way that the markets work? Absolutely. That's something to look into as well. T+1 and T+2. Take a look at central banks T+2. Do your research on that. You find some quite interesting things alongside it. Which setup did you see to enter long here? I've not entered long. This was just a hypothetical, but there was a volume imbalance, right? And I wanted to see this volume imbalance being filled. Like, say, as it traded up above, you could have entered like as it retested. But I'm not trading this because I don't like the market condition. This was just a hypothetical to see what price would do, and if it would give me the 5 handles I wanted. Because right here, this is 5 handles. Like from this volume imbalance, you could have re-entered as it came down and tapped back into it. You know, the body still respected at this point after it was left. Because you can cut through candles with ICT, that's the thing. Stay patient, King, absolutely. Would that not make trading harder? Would what make trading harder? Oh yeah, oh, the T+1, T+2? Possibly. It will mean that from an algorithmic standpoint, the price will move slightly different. And, well, 5 handles was just delivered. From an algorithmic standpoint, absolutely. I do think that it will change. But whether these concepts will still work, that's, I guess, a story to be seen when it happens. Like, these bookmarks are still being left, like this fair value gap, for example, was still left by the algorithm to take it. And then smart money traders, they would hop into this. Smart money, I would say smart money traders, smart money would hop into these buys here, right? Targeting their 5 handles. From like my perspective, I say it will change the way the market moves, but I don't think these concepts will be faded completely. There'll be a change to them, or there'll be some stuff that you have to look at differently, but I don't think it will change completely. So now I'll be looking for sells, right? We've tapped into this consequent encroachment. Now I want to see a break of structure from the 5. I want to see price trade lower than here. Fair value gap being created, trade up to that, and then take sells. That's what I want to look for. Again, like we've created a volume imbalance here, and we've created one here. So now we have this range that we want to see body stay in between from when it re-enters. as it's going down, this is where I'll be looking at. This is where I'll be tape reading price, because I'm still not confident in these trades. My plan is to wait for a break of structure, but this is where I'd want to watch price. I'd want to watch it in this area. So I'm still waiting. Again, trade below here, fair value gap created, trade into that fair value gap, sell off, target. Boom. New week opening gaps, one target, 5 handles. That's another target, which shouldn't be too hard to reach. And ultimately, these lows right here. And then this sell side that I had marked up from earlier. On the Dow, there's this cutting through candles is a thing. You could call this cherry picking. I know some people will call it cherry picking, but just looking at price, I would see this and I'd know too. And I just watch from here. I wouldn't want to see price trade up to here. That would be an invalid trade. As a valid trade, this is something I would look to take personally. Nas leading way up to side, short down, yes, lagging. Oh, you're right. I didn't even see that. Let me check the March delivery contract. H. Not H. I can't check. Yeah, I just have to do it for this. That's not a nice looking chart. Actually, if you let's check the daily time frame. That's where potential could be. Whether it's today, I don't think so. But as I draw up higher, yeah, I can see price trade into this volume imbalance on the daily. Go back to my futures. See, that's why we don't hop in sales instantly. We don't know where the stop would be. Just take a look at this. Well, the Dow's dropping from here. It's perfect. Potential would have been as the entry. You know, your stop loss typically above fair value gap. Target and sell side, we have these relative equal lows right here. That would have been a potential trade. And of course, ultimate here. So you'd have your partials at these lows. That's something you would look to take. Dollar index still create this awkward level. I don't like it. Now we're inside of this range. I don't want to see price stay here now, like the bodies. I want to see the bodies stay within this range. So get rid of this, this. I want to see bodies now stay in this range. I don't really care about the wicks as of right now. What's this? YM, it's continuing. Thank you, steady. Dollar index is I don't know. Like I was bullish on the dollar, but I just don't like seeing these relative equal lows right here. Thank you, YM. 2-minute chart, 3-minute chart. Two points of a fair value gap if it stays here. Still got 30 seconds to stay inside of this area. Hey, Wave Charts, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that one, lad. I'm gonna get my streaming stuff set up and whatnot. I'm not sure what my mic sounds like here, but I've spent 500 on this mic, including the amp. It might sound terrible here, but with my proper setup and stuff, once I start streaming, it should be better. And another plan that I have is to offer a free mentorship. Buddy didn't respect it, so now I'm just gonna keep it on, but price might draw up here once more. I want to offer a free mentorship, like not paid or anything, just a private place where people can come. Of course, the verification will be needed just to get rid of those like spammers and trolls and whatnot. But when I started trading, I wish I had a hand to hold from somebody who knew and from someone who traded what I trade. And when I make that free mentorship, I can be that hand to hold that I wanted for other people. Am I on Twitter? Yeah. It's at the very end of this title, solitaire_ICT. Seems like a choppy day. I'm gonna hop off the charts. Yeah, bro. It's not worth it trading in these type of days. Next week, I'm hoping to see some free up. Your mic sounds good. Alright, sweet. Thank you, bro. I like that, absolutely. It'll probably take me like a few weeks before I get that decision made and everything set up, because right now I've created a Word document with a bunch of lessons and stuff inside of it that I'm creating. Eventually on my Twitter, I'm gonna start changing it to like being related to my trading and stuff completely. Yeah, we'll have like a place, a Discord call or whatnot. Everybody could hop in there and just go through charts day by day, see what happens. Signals or not, I guess that's a story to happen then. But as of right now, like as of the beginning, it will just be a place. I'll decide like whether I want to give signals or not for free. So I wouldn't feel right charging people for signals, and I wouldn't feel right giving signals either. I want to give people the tools to look for their trades and a hand to hold on their trades, you know. That's what I'm looking for. So this drive high, I want to see it past these highs, and then I guess now the new breakup structure I'd be looking for would be these lows right here. I'd want to see it break lower and then create a fair value gap. It's doing another awkward thing where it's going to leave this just like the dollar index. Don't do signals, it ruins your reputation. You get these trolls just ruining the community. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, I just wouldn't feel right doing it. Like, I'd rather people, you know, learn on their own without my signals. I give them my daily outlook of the charts. Of course, not intraday, like the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute. Just my outlook on what I want price to do and what I want to see price trade to. I guess that's as far as I'd go. But I want to make it a free community, not paid, what most people are doing. I'm not looking to capitalize with people. I was still slacking. Yeah, this isn't a day I trade, it's just so sloppy. I can't sit through this type of stuff. With me personally, I like to be in a trade within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, be out. Got my 5 handles done. But it's too sloppy right now. mind hopping off the charts. Got tapped. Never mind, not hopping off the charts. Just got tapped in, bro. I'll do that exact same thing. I'll say I'm hopping off the charts. I'll look at it on my phone, see a sell pop on, take the trade. What trade are you in? Alright, we tapped higher. So if price were to reverse from here, I want to see a break lower than here. Whatever you got, there you go. I'm in my trade for the day. YM would back at entry if I took it. It's just sloppy movement. GU short. Let's take a look at GU, shall we? I know the forex pairs are moving quite well. From an ICT standpoint, you see where an entry would be. This breaker right here. At the 50% mark of it, wouldn't really want to see it trade any further past here and continue. Dollar index is falling. ES is going higher. Yep. YM is not breaking higher. SMT divergence, classic. GU is going down now. That's your, oh wait, GBPUSD, my apologies. Yeah, it's a lot cleaner. The way I look for between the pairs, I see this going up, I'm like, In fact, it's too much sauce to be given out right now, right? But here's one thing I want you guys to look at. Take a look at EU against GU. Look at when price is moving sideways and look at what the pairs are doing against the dollar. It will intrigue you. And another thing is, it's a bit of sauce right here. We have the futures contract for each pair. This gives a lot. So this isn't like the euro against anything. This is the euro itself. We have the pound as well by itself. It's a little bit of sauce for you guys. We have it for each of them here. Got it for the Canadian dollar, the euro, British pound, the New Zealand dollar, Aussie dollar, the Japanese yen, and the Swiss franc. It's how many people do you know teaching this? Because I can tell you, I don't know nobody teaching this. It hit my first partial, stop loss to break even. Hey, good shit, bro, good shit. It's good stuff right there. It's good stuff indeed. That was a dope entry. Wherever you got this order block, tapped into the order block, fell off. My take profit would be somewhere down here if I was in one. Dollar index falling. Such sloppy movement. Let me check when the next major news is, because that's when I'd expect, when I would expect price to change up a bit and free itself. So on the 31st right now. Let's go to Monday. Okay, so Monday we have ISM PMI. That's not really dollar, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, yeah, because it's the Friday of next week is non-farm payroll, I'm expecting price to free up hugely on non-farm payroll. Just mark out next week, Friday, you will be seeing some moves that are very interesting. At the first Friday of every month, apart from bank holidays, non-farm payroll has a huge toll on the market and the way the market's moving. So yeah, this hypothetical would have been stopped out. It's too sloppy for me. Too sloppy for me to have entered. Take a look at GU, still falling. Just create another one here. If you were to follow it up, you would have this, I guess, targeting these lows. Past here, you wouldn't have really added any partials because you passed the PD array, and then yeah, just continue out. Good stuff with that trade, brother. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Jeez, falling, brother. Good stuff. Yep, that was my entry. Bro, good stuff. How much leverage do you use on your account and what you recommend for traders? So I'm pretty sure these funded companies trade fourth. Good stuff on that trade, bro. That was interesting. That was very interesting. How much leverage? Okay, so I'm pretty sure these funded accounts, they do 1 to 100. So I trade off funded accounts for 1 to 100. But if you're doing it with a small amount of capital on like your own money, say you're trading with $100 or 100 quid or 100 Aussie dollars, whatever currency you're in, a 1 to 10 leverage is more than enough. You want to aim, so say you start on $100 in a week, just aim for $5, $10. You don't need anything more than that, right? Because if you can do that every week, compound growth. If you're looking at a compound growth calculator of 10% a week, have a look at how much that would change in 3 months. In fact, I'll pull it out now and I'll tell you. Compound growth calculator. Right, so initial deposit 100, 10 term, month, 1 compound frequency, weekly 10% term. So you do that for a year. How much? Add any additional okay, so you're doing. Wait, this website is terrible. Give me a second. Or I can't lie, you got yourself a very good trade with that. Again, like I just typically stick to my indices, but that's dollar index flew up too. It's very interesting. I'm guessing you entered from up here. Yeah, so currency, initial investment 100, interest rate is 10% a month for 1 year, no additional company. Okay, so this is the blessing of compound growth, right? If you're making £10 or $10 on a $100 account, right? You don't need nothing more than that. After a year, that $100 has turned into $7,519.11. That's going for 10% on your $100 account a month with that 1 to 10 leverage. Having a live account's a lot easier than funded because we'll draw on the restrictions and stuff. They won't stop you. But if you're going for 2-3% a day on a private funded, and if you're doing that consistently, that's 7,500, right? Now, if you were to do that with 1,000, it's completely different. It'll be just 10 times. Thanks, man. I'll hop off the charts now for real. Yeah, man. Don't hop back on the charts. You've done your good stuff for the day. That was an amazing move. That was an amazing move. I guess your next target would be all the way down here at these relative equal lows that you have. Probably a bit clearer on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, these relative equal lows down here. IMM still doing its thing. Have you got a breaker structure on the 5? I wouldn't really consider it, so no. If you get a break lower than here with a fair value, that's a potential entry that I would look to take. Thanks, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. But the suddenness of this move was very interesting. Interesting to see how it played out. To be short here, completely bled. What's the high of this gun? 23756, 2374. So it didn't give you a chance for a second entry on this false fair value up. Just left completely. Hey, thanks, man. I realized I was using way too much as a 1 to 100 as a beginner. Oh, yeah, no problem. Compound growth is something that you can just hop onto a calculator now. In fact, if you want, I'll just do it for you. You're making 5% a week. It's 5% a lot. Like, it's a very reasonable goal. You're making 5% a week for 1 year, no contributions. Okay, so even if you're risking, right, you'll be making 5% a week. After a year, that's 10 times. It's turned into 1,052. Yeah, all you need is 1 to 10. 1 to 10 leverage on a live account is more than enough. And once you start doing 5% consistently, then you can think about upping it to a 1 to 25, and then a 1 to 50, and then a 1 to 100. Do I entry on the 1 minute or 5 minutes? All right, so right now, these laws are they're going to get obliterated. But right now, right, I use the 5 minutes to look for a break of structure. So you see, there's a swing low right here that's just been formed. Shit. Swing low that's just been formed. Why is this in the way? Swing low that's been formed. On the 5 minute, I want to see this being broken. And then on the 1 minute time frame, I want to see a fair value gap being formed alongside that 5 minute break of structure. So I'm cross-referencing my time frame. Only 2 RR could have been more, but I'm happy with it. Oh no, bro, 2 RR is amazing. Especially in a market that's choppy like this. I mean, I'm sure that's just incredible. I mean, if I had anything to recommend you, and of course your trade played out the way you wanted it to, if there was anything I could recommend, was of course have your partials being taken, like a 75 or 80% of your trade being taken, and let the rest just run until your second target, right? Or even keep 15% of your initial entry as just a runner. Runners can, in a few days, run up a couple times more your initial investment. That's the only other advice I could give. But that trade, how many pips was this? Hold up. 30 in a matter of 5 minutes. Very good stuff, man. I'll probably be ending the stream in about, what time did I start streaming? 2. It's been 2 hours. I'll probably end the stream in about, call it 1:15. Let me check when the next macro is. In that the document I'm making as well for the free mentorship, I have a bunch of macro timings that's going to be in there. The next macro was from, well, we're in it right now. It's 10:50. So from here to 12:10. Wait, what? No, to 11:10. This is the next macro. So hopefully now within this macro, there should be our entry should form. This is what I'm hoping. Before time gets to 10:10, our entry should form. If not, then I'm gonna just close my charts because then you have the lunch hour macro at 11:50. But I just don't want to wait till lunch hour. I'm gonna just close my charts at that point. I did some back testing on ICT last few weeks, and I did hit the target that much. But in most cases, price passed the 1 RR and returns to the stop loss. So using ICT, should I have more precise executions, or is the 1 RR good?
Okay, so if you're taking a funded account with my Forex funds or FTMO or Fidelcrest, right? Your risk to reward should always be a 1 to 2. Now, if you're getting stopped out at a 1 to 1 RR, what I'd recommend you do, right, is mark out whilst you're backtesting. Mark out where you would take your trades, right? So if you're taking your trades at a certain point, I want you to mark that out. I want you to have a hypothetical. Now, don't take this in the backtesting. A hypothetical take profit and a stop loss. Just watch that. And if it goes to 1 RR and stops you out, then when it stops you out, then you enter your position and go for a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 from that point on, right? You wanna instead of entering, wait, let it stop out that trade if it's doing that a lot, and you'll see that maybe you could change your strategy to wait for your initial analysis to pass and then enter off that, and then you want to do a trade. Now, if you're doing this with a futures funded company like Apex Trader or Top Step, what you can do instead is then you can aim for 5 handles. And if your 1 to 2, right, is like somewhat huge, so call it, say your 1 to 2 risk to reward is somewhat like this, right? As a futures trader, all you need is this. So price here is 6 on the dot. You want it to go to 11. This is all you need. That 1 to 2 has now changed into a 1 to 0.69. But as a future trader, that's more than enough to make a living off 1 contract on the mini. On the micro, that's 10 contracts. So typically waiting for a second entry. Absolutely. Once you get stopped out of when it hits your 1 to 1 and then continues, then enter another position and just watch how price plays out from there. Do you use trade back up? If there's anything I see. There you go. In GU, this is a place where price could potentially retreat from. Where did it stop? Stop just below these lows right here. So that's a potential target. Thank you. No problem, my guy. Anytime. Sorry for that. So another thing, right, about compound trading is on a funded account, say you're trading with 100,000, right? And you're making, say you're funded 100,000, and you only, once you've passed and you only want to go for 2% a week, right? After a year, that 2% weekly, if you're not taking out money and you're just letting that account build, that 2% a week will turn into $271,116.62. The amount that you earn from that compound after that year is 171,000. Compound's a very strong tool in itself to have. Okay, we took out highs once more. I want to see price now. Is this a 5-minute breaker structure? No, it's not. It will still remain the same. Still waiting for a break through these lows. If it hits 1110, then I'm not really looking for anything. I'm so hungry right now. I've got to wait another, what time is it? 4:04. We're 3.5 hours. Oh, 3 hours, 40 minutes. The minutes count here. this was respected, but I still want to see a trade lower now. Now we can mark out. This is something I want you guys to watch, right? See this if you're trading the ESM S&P, so on the normal SPX or SP500 CFD, you won't be able to see this. If you go onto your symbol search and type in ESM 2023, even if you haven't paid for this, you still have delayed data, but it's by 10 minutes, so you'll still be able to see this. Go down here and click on regular trading hours. We have this gap, right? I want to see sometime later today, maybe in the PM session, for this to be traded down into, as well as this new week opening up. Let's change this back to ETH. I mean, this would count as a break of structure now. To swing low, I want to see this being violated with a fair value gap forming alongside it, and then yeah. But if it doesn't form by 11:10, I'm going to kill it and not look for anything, and that's what we're done for the day. SMT divergence with Nasdaq. Oh, high. So right now, my interest is now switched over from the ESM to Nasdaq. I'm sure this is a 5-minute swing low. Got a break of structure already. The value got being formed. This is where I'll be looking to take sales on the Nasdaq. We could do the same on the ES. I'll be taking shorts here too. Nasdaq is the primary focus right now. Here we go. We traded lower. Is it going to create as a fair value gap? Apparently not. Will the Nasdaq? Let's see. No, it will not. That's why we don't jump on as soon as we see the break of structure. We need to wait for our confirmation. Let's see, still waiting. Create a volume imbalance again. Now I'd want to see it lower and price respect it. And Q is, we've had an entry already with this SMT divergent. Would have been this fair value up. YM still traded higher. Yes, hasn't. Now, making sure that the body's respect is going to be one of the most important things for me to even take herself from here. Still, though, I just don't like this on the dollar index. It's too sketchy. Let me see if there's ever a time where it's just left relative equal highs like that. I mean, I guess it did it here. Left these relative equal highs and still hasn't traded back up to it. That's my goal to trade up to anyway. It's this volume imbalance for the dollar index. If the body wants to respect it here, that's nice. Okay, at this break of structure from here, we've had this fair value gap form on the Nasdaq. That's a potential area I'm looking at. The ESM, I want to see this follow. Again, for the people that are watching, if you can go ahead and follow my Twitter, which is at the end of this YouTube title, solitaire_ICT. Within the coming month or two, I'm planning to start a free mentorship and a server where we can all, because when I started trading, I wish I had a hand to hold and guide me, psychologically, mentally, and just trading wise, to just guide me, not give me everything, but guide me. I'm planning to make a free mentorship where anybody can join. Of course, for the slight verification to stop house spammers, but that's about it. No payment, no nothing needed. Go ahead and follow my Twitter, and within the coming months, I'll have that ready, and I'll start streaming on YouTube myself, doing stuff like this and helping people out. Free for everyone? Oh yeah, absolutely, free for everybody. Of course, there'll be voluntary donations if anybody wants to donate, but I don't see a reason as to why I should charge people. Sick. Trust me, man. When I started, I would have loved for someone to do this to me. I'm only doing it for other people, because that's what I would have wanted there to be for myself. But yeah, free for everybody. Body hasn't respected it on the S&P, so now my interest has fully shifted over to the Nasdaq. But yeah, as many as I can help, man. As many as I can help. I probably won't need donate, because here's the thing, right? Although, yeah, sure, it'll be if I'm charging, 30, 40 a month, and I have, call it 200 people in there, that's 6, 7, 8,000 or 8,000, one or the other. I'm too tired, I'm too hungry right now. Yeah, sure, that's money, but there's also people that are going to be there, and they're going to give up, right? They're not going to eventually trade. Like, yeah, sure, that's their problem for giving up. But me personally, I want to be able to give them the chance to see it themselves for free. And then once they start making money, go ahead, you can pay me. But until that point, I don't feel right charging anybody. So we're inside of this fair value gap on Nasdaq. SMT divergence to its finest, Nasdaq trading lower, highs being taken on ESM as well as the Dow. To be honest, you have every right to charge people. Oh no, absolutely, I know that. But if I can help people out, it's more of a blessing to me. And how can I put this? As long as I can make other people happy, right, and get them to see that they can do this without charging them, without making them lose money at the beginning, I'm more than happy to provide it for free. Once they start making money, I'm still yet to decide, like, once they start making money, say they make a few thousand, I'll take 100. If you make 1,000, give me 100, and there you go. That's your fee done. That's once you make 1,000. After that, it's all yours. That's all I'll ask for. And whether people want to pay or not, that's completely up to them. But me providing that for free is more than enough in itself. I want to do something different. And if I can do it differently, I don't know many people that are doing it like that. If I can do it, it's just more people that will come towards me rather than other people for help, you know. And that just builds up my publicity, and then eventually, like, go quite big. That's YouTube ad revenue right there. I wouldn't need to charge people. Dollar index is to trade any lower anywhere. It'll be to this level, and I'll expect it to continue. A skill that can make you a mil, and all you're asking for is 100 happily. See, I'm not even asking for the 100, but that's just as a once they make 1,000, you can give me that 100 as a voluntary donation, you know. I'm not gonna ask anything of anybody until they make money, and then they can voluntarily give me 100 after they make 1,000. Whatever they do from then on afterwards is completely up to them. If I can get somebody to be financially free for free, that's a blessing for me. Like, even right now, just thinking about it is putting a smile on my face. It's something I wish people would have done, like would do, but there's not many people like that in the world. And at that point, I'll probably be making tens of thousands monthly. Like, the 100 wouldn't mean anything to me, but it's a token of gratitude, I guess you could say. It's a token of gratitude. I'm just a regular boy from Manchester. So I'm not really looking for anything special. Because I know there's people that charge, like, I'm pretty sure that there's a guy, I don't want to name drop, but there's a guy that trades ICT concepts. I like the guy, he's very chill. But he charges like 200-300 or 500 was it? And he has about 100 people in there. Even if he's charging 100 for that, right? And you have 100 people, that's 10k a month, and he's charging it monthly too. But then those people aren't making money. Like, he's selling his signals, right? And then there's people that are full porting his signals, and then they're losing money. It's just, it's sad. I wouldn't want to do that to anybody. Enjoying your stream here. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I try my best. Try my best indeed. Take a look at the dollar index. It's still not traded down here yet. NQM's remained in here. YM's trading higher. Yeah, SEM's trading higher. Yeah, full shift in my attention to this. I still wouldn't enter because I'm not seeing any confirmation on either of the two pairs. I want to see those trade lower first. So I'm just going to watch this. And I'll be looking to end the stream quite soon as well. So if you guys can go ahead and follow me, again, I'd greatly appreciate it. Free mentorship dropping soon. See if the body will end up staying inside of this while you got. But he did stay inside of it. It's nice. Also, we have a volume imbalance here. Right. Let me. Right. There. Yeah, my friend bought signals. It was awful. Apparently, the guy is profiting. Don't know who to trust. Yeah, exactly. You don't know who to trust nowadays. And if I'm doing this for free, then, you know, it's a little bit of trust right there. Initially, when I started trading, there's a guy, and again, I don't want to name drop him here especially, but his name, it's based off a snake. His name is based off a snake, and he has FX in his name on YouTube. I bought his signals, and I was just losing non-stop, and this was at the beginning of my funded trading era. And I bought signals expecting them to be profitable, but no, they weren't. And I just lost money on that. And he was charging me, and I never ended up making money from it. So I wouldn't have took this trade here because, as I was saying, these weren't following in accordance. It's patience. If this was the old me, I would have entered a position here. But it's patience. this is where I don't know. I'll keep watching for another couple minutes if I can see a reversal on the ES and the YM. Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything else, but yeah. No. But yeah, those signals I bought and the signals they weren't amazing. In Minecraft, of course. I'm not talking about real life. I'm talking about in Minecraft. But bro, it was terrible. Never again. Never again. And now if you look at his YouTube channel, there's something else he's making that they're going to sell soon as well. Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything else about it. Yeah, same. Well, you bought into his signals too. Oh, Minecraft. Right. Yeah, man, but it was. Yeah, exactly. It's like 2K or something like that. And the amount of money he'll be making off people, and all his thing he done, because I've done some research, right? All his signal is, I'm pretty sure it's. And then it's the. Yes, I think it's the S, I mean, not the EMA. Yeah, there's two of these. It just looks fancy. This is what the algo is doing. Fancily doing this, and he's charging 2K. So here, right, tapped into the low of this RSI. This crossed over. His thing will be sells, right? Let's do another one here. It will trade to the high of it. So here it trades to the high. We had a touch, or near enough touch, and we buys here. Here we had a crossover. Here traded into the middle. I don't know if it would give a signal there. I haven't done too much research. Here crossover. The crossover forms after the candles have done, so it'll be like here. So you'll be getting your sell signal here when price has already done the majority of its move. For here, for example, once this candle's done, then you get the crossover, then you'd be in sells. Look, price trades up. Where would your stops be? Sure, but swing high, but then you're going for 1-to-1 risk to rewards. It's sad. And he just makes it look fancy to charge 2K for it. I did not. Yeah, no, for a second I just got a bit confused when you said yeah, same. NQ's flying. That's why I didn't take the trade. There was no confirmation on the pairs. Everything's flying. The dollar index isn't moving like that, so it's very interesting. I got into Breakout because of him, and he makes it seem so easy, and I was also new to trading at the time. He made it look so simple. Exactly, that's a trap that I got caught into as well. I don't see the losses he posts. Yeah, I see him pulling out 500k withdrawals. But the fact that he makes it look so easy, I guess that's just the influencer side, right? You got to be an influencer in the market if you're trying to make money off people. I guess he's doing his influencing well, but to new traders, it is easy to get caught into the trap. It's way too easy. But he was one of the first people that I started learning trading from, and as of now, I've unlearned everything he taught. Got hit by a reality check and lost all my money. Exactly. Like you're expecting them, you're paying for a signal, you're expecting it to be good, you know, or you're learning to trade off them. You expect it to be all sunshine and rainbows. That's how they make it seem, and then you just lose your money because they don't tell you about the risk. They just show you all the parts, the supercars, fast life. They wouldn't show you the pain of an initial trade-off. I would never lie to people, which makes them lose money. That's just sad. Exactly, and that's half of his income is coming from there. And I don't want to say too much on here because it's not my channel. But that's exactly like where his money's coming from. I'm in that process to learn everything. Slowly, man, slowly. It took me about half a year. Because even right, like, if I was looking at chart, let's see what I would see. For example, 15 minutes. Right, here we go. 15 minutes. We've got this high. Mark it out. Let's make it black so you can see it. Oh, look, it's a breakout. No, it's not. No, it's not a breakout. There you go. You lost your money right there. It's how simple it seems. What is my channel? So for now, I don't have one, right? But there's the Twitter at the end of my at the end of this video, solitaire_ICT. In a month or two, I'm planning to make a free mentorship, so anybody will be able to join it. No payment, no nothing needed. And I'll start a YouTube channel around then too. So if you want, just go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and within the coming week or two, I'll post an update as to what the status of it is currently. I'm going to start the stream at 1/2 past. I've been saying this since 11:10. Another 5 minutes. Dollar index traded back into this area and it reversed, which is nice to see. If I wanted more tight, it'll be above this high. But this is good enough. 200. He makes like 500, 200. Yeah, it's mad the amount that he's making. Like, I would do, but bro, it's just crazy, man. I'm from the algo. The amount of money there is gonna be crazy. I don't know, man. The amount of people that are gonna lose money, it hurts, but they gotta learn, right? They gotta learn. Are you goofing around or actually trading? Let's see you take a trade. These people, man. All right, so you can see this, right? Does it look like I want to trade this? If we come into here, does it look like I want to trade this? Please tell me. You see, with you, right? I'm sure you'd be in a trade, right? I'm sure you'd be in a trade somewhere in here and getting stopped out. Why would I trade this? I know this is going to happen. I don't want to trade it. I'm not goofing around. I'm waiting for a setup. There wasn't any confirmation. Go to another chart. So I only trade indices, right? I only trade ESM, YM, or NQM. I don't trade anything else. I'm in Euro USD short 15 minute. Congratulations. Congratulations. Your shorts are playing off well. Nice. I just don't remember asking about that though. Like, congratulations, you're in sales. I don't need to take a trade. I've outlined multiple times in my live stream, if you was here the whole time, of what I was looking for to take my setup. Not once did that setup perform. So why would I take a trade? Do I want to lose money? No. I have a trading plan. I'm going to follow it. Okay. No problem, man. I mean, hey, I'd like to ask you this. If you're so confident in price and no shots fired or anything, how about you come in chat, you give a signal before it happens, you take a trade in chat before it happens with your stop loss, with your take profit, and let's watch that happen. I would love to learn from you. When will my free mentorship start? So I'm currently still making up the lessons and stuff. I've done 3 lessons so far. I'm taking my friends through the lessons right now. In real life, my boys, and I'm asking them to critique it and everything whilst they're learning, to see if there's anything I can make easier. By next month, 100% I'll have information on my Twitter in regards to what I'm planning to do and when I'm planning to release it. And yeah, it will all be done like rather soon. So yeah, within the next month or two it'll be starting. Just follow me on my Twitter, and then within the coming weeks I'll provide you updates. Did I trade US30? No. What I was looking for was this trade to play out. it did tap the first take profit, but I wasn't looking to take it because, I mean, let's check the time. This was at 10. So 10 on the dot. Let's go to 10 on the dot. We see, let's check into the 1 minute to 10. We see with ES, right, at 10, ES just went sideways. YM at 10 just dropped, right? NQ at 10. Let's see what it did. 1 minute chart. 10 p.m. It went up. So this is going down, this is going up, and this is going sideways when they're meant to be correlated. For me, I didn't really feel safe taking a trade. I will follow you on Twitter. May you be blessed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate the blessings. Do you trade ES during the London AM session? I did take a trade. I believe it was, yeah, I have it saved in my Discord. It was in London session and it was yesterday. So let's see what time it was. Okay, it was here. 4:20. So I took a trade in London yesterday. I mean, wait, no, this ain't it. It was yesterday. Friday, Thursday. Hold up. Thursday AM session. So 4 AM. It was buys, I remember that much. Oh, here we go. So AM session, I was in buys for yes. I saw price took out these lows. That was a break of structure confirmation. Now I wanted to see it on the daily because I was targeting on the daily from yesterday. I was waiting for this order block to be filled. So go back to there. My apologies. 4 on the 1 minute time frame. It was at 4:20. 4:20. So on the 1 minute time frame, there was a fair value gap that was right here. I took longs, and on my futures account, my stop loss was below the swing low, and my target was 10 handles. So from here, it's 41.25. 10, so 5 handles from here is right here. That's enough to make a nice living, right? Once price traded past here, I moved my stops at 5 handles and I targeted 10 handles. Once 10 handles was took, that was my whole trade done. That was what I just did. Where's my Twitter again? At the end of this YouTube title, solitaire_ICT. In general, no. So every morning I'm looking at the charts just to gauge my daily analysis, seeing where price goes go for the day. But more often than not, I wouldn't trade London session. But the setup was pretty solid. I had a target I wanted price to trade to, and I took it. So yeah, it just depends. Like if I'm looking at the charts and the setups there, I'll take it. But I'd rather trade in New York because I take maximum 3 trades a day, and I'd rather not waste them in London or Asian session and take losses where I know I'm most confident in New York. Well, yeah, so if you're looking at price right now, I'm going to end the stream rather soon. I'm expecting dollar index to continue upwards from here. If you want to mark up your charts and not to take a trade, just to watch price, what we want to see, right, is these lows being traded below. We want to see a fair value gap being formed. If you trade ICT, or if you have if you was watching this whole time today, you know what a fair value gap is by now. You want to see a fair value gap. So on the 5 minute, you want to see this break lower. On the 1 minute, you want to see a fair value gap. So something that looks like this being formed just on the break of structure. You want to see price trade to it, and I just want you to watch what price does from there. Don't trade, don't do anything. That's my what I'll leave you guys with today. So thank you guys for staying here. I know a lot of you stayed here from the beginning of when you joined. I greatly appreciate it. Again, go follow my Twitter if you want that free mentorship within the coming months. And yeah, thank you so much. Wish you guys the best. May God stay with you all, and take care. Bye bye. I'm gonna love you and leave you now.